Hi everyone, happy Friday. So I have a question that has been on my mind. It's something I wanted to ask you guys. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but a couple of years ago, a very wise woman once asked me this, and I'm going to ask you. Do you view pain as your enemy or as your friend? We'll dive a little bit deeper into that here in a second, but what got me asking this question again and thinking of asking you guys was I have been under the weather lately. I have not been feeling well, and you're lucky to see me right now upright, but it's also still early enough in the afternoon that I am doing okay. I shared with you guys that I had some food poisoning on our travels. I also ended up getting heat stroke. And then from that, we learned like the food poisoning stuff kind of just, it was noticing my stomach was not coming back to my normal of functioning. And so I was going, there's something else going on. Thankfully, I had an appointment with my holistic specialist and we uncovered what else was going on. So for me, it's been a lot of pain. My whole body has ached from head to toe at times. My digestive system is hurt. And I have just been trying to really listen and be present and go, okay, what's going on and what can I do to help support that? So many of you have been giving me well wishes and letting me know that you're thinking of me, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Getting on the mend. We're trying to back off on some of my supplements and kind of just give my body a little bit of break and see if that's part of it. If it's just doing too good of a job, sometimes that happens. But again, a lot of it is not suffering through, and that's a hard lesson I have had to learn over the years. And a lot of things changed for me after this question was asked of, do you view pain as a friend or an enemy? And I want you guys to definitely sit with that today. I want you to think about that. And maybe you view it as a friend. Great. You are like on track. Maybe you view it as an enemy. Or maybe you're like me who viewed it as both, where you know it's a warning sign and it's something your body is telling you something's not right and you know you need to listen to it. And it's painful. So we kind of see it as an enemy because we don't like pain. Emotional, physical, spiritual, whatever pain it is, we don't like it. And I'm right there with you. However, it is a friend. It is something to view as a friend. And the analogy this wise woman gave me was this. If you were in a burning building, you would want a friend or, someone to help you get out, right? And it may not be easy, it may be hard, but if the building is burning, you're going to want to help out, right? You don't want to be stuck in the building. And I was like, well, of course, I would like someone to help me out. And pain is that friend. Your body may be in pain, but pain is not your enemy. And I want you guys to think about that, to chew on that in this weekend and today. And maybe it'll change your outlook on it and help you to listen. So for me, when I started seeing it as, it's not an enemy, because when I saw it as an enemy or both, I would tend to just push through and be like, well, I can't deal with this right now. And usually if you've been like me and you kind of are like, I'm just going to push through, it didn't always go well, right? Later, or you had more symptoms, or emotionally you blew up, or recovery time took longer, no matter what it was. That's kind of the same, is if we don't sit and if we don't deal with it, if we keep pushing forward and ignoring it, we tend to cause more trouble for ourselves later. So I really encourage you guys to think about that. How do I view pain? Friend or enemy? Okay. And I want you guys to know that when you have that positive outlook, that it is a friend, you're more likely to pay attention, right? Because you have a friend or a loved one or someone that is trying to tell you something, you might actually view it as something you need to do and take care of right now versus, oh, I'll get to it later. A lot of times if it's just on us, we are more we can a lot of times take care of people over ourselves and just ignore it. And I don't want you guys to do that, because we know there are consequences to that. And those consequences also could cause us not to be able to be there and be available to help people. And I want you guys to think of that. So for me, I have been struggling with, yes, some of the pain, but I tend to fall back into those times where I don't listen to my body. A lot of you know me. I do tend to listen, and I'm very in tune to what's going on. But I am just like you and everyone else, where there are times I will try to ignore it because I'm like, no, I got to get this done. I got to get this done. And this week I am really taking a time out for myself and trying to, it's not easy, allow myself to rest and recover and recuperate, because my body has been telling me, and it's not fully screaming at me, but it has not been happy. And that's why I know I have the power to do something about it, because my body is telling me something and I need to listen to that. The other thing is, in the past, I have had times where I've had doctors before I was ever diagnosed with, when I had Lyme disease. My mom and I were going to countless doctors. Some of you would look at my mom or look at me and say, well, she's making it up. And I was devastated. And sometimes I was questioning myself. Am I making it up? Am I making up these symptoms? Are these phantom pains? And I always went back to, no, I know what I'm feeling. They're not in my body. If they were feeling my body, they would be wanting to get answers. And because they couldn't figure out what it was, because they couldn't see firsthand what it was, I was mislabeled, or I was undiagnosed for so long, or I was thrown in this or that to help cover the symptoms but not actually deal with the problem. And for me, that was tough. Emotionally, physically, it was tough. It puts you in a really scary place, but it also makes you second guess. Okay, do I need to just push through this because I'm not really dealing with this right now? And a lot of times I had to just buckle down and say no. Both my mom and I, we had to fight to get answers. We had to fight and keep pushing forward and say, this is what I'm feeling, and find someone who could really listen to help. And even emotionally, if you're struggling emotionally, find the right person, counselor, whoever you get that support from. Hopefully it is a professional. But if it's someone that you're not resonating with, or you feel like is not fully hearing you or understanding what you're saying, it's okay to find someone else. Same with the doctor. If you're not feeling like they're actually listening to you, because they can't feel what you feel and understand fully the pain you're in, it's okay to find another doctor. So definitely always be that advocate for yourself and view pain as that friend, because it'll help you navigate and life and the struggles you may go through, and help you have the right tools and to keep going and to be there for others. So think about that today and this weekend. How do you view pain? And hopefully this can be helpful for you to think about and push forward in a new direction of thought, in viewing pain as something that is helping you and supporting you. All right, everyone. See you later. Bye.